We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Yo, it's Remember the Show. Slick with the flows, where the sparring can go. Who's gonna be on, man, you never will know. Guess you better tune in, cause we live from Chicago. Belal Muhammad, that's the king of the tweets. Jason Anik looks like John, step his hands to his feet. Every Thursday, we gonna give you a treat. It's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat. And retweet, and retweet, and retweet. And retweet, it's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat.
What is up? It is Thursday, March 16th, 2023, episode 94. Remember the Show. My name is Jason Anik, joined by my brother Belal Muhammad. Got a game show tonight, bully. You look like you're in Chicago, which pisses me off because you should be in London. I couldn't resist. You look great as usual. How are you, my friend?
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man, we were on the edge. I was like, we were going to book the last second, and then some stuff came up, and I was like, budget, forget it. But then, yeah, it would probably save me anyway because the jet lag would have messed me up. Next week, we start Ramadan, so I didn't want to be my whole week messed up, not messing with my sleep patterns and everything like that. So it's all good. We'll find out what happens Saturday night, and hopefully it'll be good news from home.
I like it. Well, you know, for those of you watching, Belal Muhammad, like, look at him, right? For those of you watching the show right now, look at him. Looks like he could weigh in. It's like a lot of these fighters, man, fat out of camp. Not this cat. Look at him, man. Looking terrific. It always is the case. Anyway, so excited to get to it tonight. We'll definitely get into the event. We got a game show tonight. Excited a couple fellas to join us, a couple UFC fighters. So we'll get into the topics, whether Cody wants to drop them for me or not. So last weekend, unbelievable main event. There he is, the Georgian, Merab Dvalishvili. So, dude, just utter domination of Petr Yan. I know it's Thursday night. We're coming at you, so everyone's been talking about it all week. There's a lot I want to get to here, but let me just start. Talk to me about Merab, his performance. You did pick him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. On the show, I was picking Petr Yan, and then after sitting there looking at Merab, looking how he looked at wins, I was like watching more tape on him. And then Saturday morning, I was like, bro, I'm changing my pick.
Yes, official pick on Instagram was Merab. Go ahead.
Yeah. On Instagram, I was like, bro, I had to switch it up. I just didn't see. I was like, man, like the stories are true of him. Like, I feel like they would say this guy never stops moving. He never stops. He never gets tired. And you're thinking it's just his teammates hyping him up. But after watching a couple of his fights, seeing his fights, even with the fight that he lost in the UFC, who was it against? Missing his name right now.
Way back in the day. Sorry, I'm not Cody.
Yeah, with the guillotine. Cody?
Yeah.
Ricky Simone.
Anyway.
Ricky Simone, yeah. Watching that fight, and then I rewatched that one and seen the pace he kept with that whole 3 rounds. It was nuts. And I was like, man, I think this guy could actually do this for 5 rounds. And to be able to do that to Petr Yan, whose wrestling is great, his boxing is great, his striking is great, had so much main events on his resume already. So, like, the experience, it was just crazy. I just, like, now I don't see anybody really beating Merab unless you're putting him to sleep. That's the only way I could see somebody beating him.
It's just unbelievable to watch. And I did see improved striking out of Merab. I know he spent time out in Vegas but I just think he's evolving. And look, training against Aljo every day has to be good for you. Obviously impressed with the performance, but I want to just talk a little bit about that team, and I might have said last week, it's like, when I think about Merab fighting Aljo, it's like, I don't even want to see it anymore. Like, I have so much respect for how they operate as a team, and Ray Longo sort of starting it all. And just, even Aljo, I guess, was wanting Merab to call for the belt in his post-fight interview. It's just unbelievable. And seeing, like, the champion be in the corner of Merab, I just can't get enough of it. And I have to say, like, in pro sports, the best teams, and even if they're not the best team, but the teams that have the best chemistry, they're always like playing for one another. And it's like, this team, it's like in a sport of individuals, which this is, it's like tennis or golf. No one else is in the ring with you, or in the octagon with you, but I just love how they are as a team. And for me, it's like, there was something, Damian Lillard, who plays for the Portland Trailblazers in the NBA. I know you know who he is. Some of our viewers may not. But this dude has been on the Portland Trailblazers his whole career. He's one of the best players in the NBA. And a lot of people are talking about him sort of jumping, going to a contender, joining up with some other stars to win a championship. And he's talking this week on the JJ Redick podcast. And this has been something he's talked about a lot. about his loyalty to the city, about his loyalty to the fans, and about the journey, and how it's not all just about, of course he wants to win a championship. Of course Merab wants to win a belt, right? But when the time is right, Aljo's going to step aside and Merab will have his opportunity, So the way they're handling this, I know Dana had some comments, but like, I can't get enough of the way they're handling this. I will think Merab will get his shot at the right time. And for now, it's not that much different than the position you're in, right? It's like the belt should be next, but it's not always that simple.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it right. I know that. Like, I love what they're doing. He's getting better. I like that they're going to different gyms and they're training with other teams, because that's how you evolve. You learn from other coaches, and they still have their original coaches in their corner. So that's cool that the teams from Vegas respect that, and they know that the Longo and Matt Serra are their go-to guys at all points. And then the fact that you're be able to go to other gyms with your brother Aljamain and you're both training there together, it's cool, because I've experienced it the same way with when me and Lou went and trained down there with Habib. To have your boy down there with you, it's a new team. Yep. You don't know what it's going to come from there, but you learn. It makes you grow, and we're seeing that with Merab. He's growing every single fight. He's getting better every single fight, and a lot of people were coming at him hard after the Jose Aldo fight, but like Aljamain made a good point. It's like Jose Aldo stayed on the cage the whole time. He wasn't really defending the takedowns like Peter Yan was. Peter Yan was moving the whole time. He was trying to get away. Even when he was defending the takedowns, he was still trying to work. So the people that are like saying Peter Yan is broken now, what do we do with Peter Yan? Should we give him like a bottom tier guy? And I'm like, bro, Peter Yan's still a beast. He's just fighting the top guys. And with the Merab fight, it's really the only fight that it was a dominant loss, but the other fights were all like little adjustments, and it could have, one judge could have given it to this, one judge could have given it to that, and like, who knows? He could have been 3-1 in his last 4 right now. So like, I don't think he's falling off the wagon like everybody thinks he is. I still think he could be a champion any day of the week. But for Merab, like I said, it does put you in that weird spot, because he said that Sean Shelby was telling him, like, I can't give you a Sean O'Malley. I can't give you like these next number one contender guys now, because you're going to keep beating number one contenders and you're not going to fight for the title. So I can't knock these guys off. So the fact that Merab knows that, he understands that, and he's willing to fight a little bit lower, like, I give it to him because, I mean, his style is going to be hard for anybody anyway. And I think Aljamain, if he wins this fight against Cejudo, Sean O'Malley's the next guaranteed spot anyway. So like, for Dana to come out and be saying like, well, Merab needs to choose, Sean O'Malley got next regardless. I don't think that, and if I'm Aljamain, I want to fight Sean O'Malley next anyway, because he's the big money fight. So I think the next 2 fights for the title are already booked. So Merab, I think, would have to fight for a title one more time before that anyway. I know that he's getting called up by Umar Nurmagomedov. That would be a crazy fight, but it's right. Like, he's undefeated. He is a hard opponent. I know his name's up there already, but his ranking's not there already. But I think for Merab, he doesn't care who he fights. He's willing to fight the best in the world. Like, he's nuts, and like, that's his fighting style. And he's just like happy. Like, it's just so funny, like, to see him, how happy he is with everything. That's why beforehand, when I was picking Peter Yan, I was like, man, Merab looks like he's a little bit out of character, talking about politics and everything like that. But no, I think he just put that extra pressure on himself for that reason, and he showed out.
It's unbelievable. So you'll be happy to know that the second topic isn't Kamaru Usman. It's your boy, Bellator lightweight champion Usman Nurmagomedov. So he wins the title in November back in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, and then just dominates Benson Henderson, first round sub, Friday night, just passed. Talk to me. Was he in the camp with you? Talk to me about this kid, man. He got to come to the big show. 24 years old. Like, come on, open arms in the Ultimate
I was training with him. I was able to train him, get some work with him before he even signed with Bellator. And I was like, man, this guy is a monster. And yeah, he was like you said, he's just so young even back then. And I was like, bro, who is this guy? And he had like a stand up already. Like, I was sparring with him, and his kicks are so funky when I'm sparring with him. He's throwing spinning back kicks. And the best thing ever was like, him and Nacho sparred together, and then they went for like 3 hard rounds, and it was like such a good fight that I was watching it, because it was like cool, because I'm like, man, nobody really keeps up with Nacho in the striking, and he was in there with him. I was like, dude, who the heck is this guy? Then seeing him in Bellator winning the title, and I was like, people don't know how good he really is. But man, his brother is Umar, both of them undefeated, crazy, cousin to Habib, who's undefeated. Right? So like, When you're that type of guy, his main training partner is Islam. I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons why he didn't come to the UFC, because they do think he would be a champion, and they didn't want him to be in the same position that Islam was with Habib. But like like I said, he's super young. He could be the reigning champion in Bellator for 3-4 years, and then come see when Islam decides to move up. But yeah, this kid is so good, man. I'm excited to see the rest of this tournament. I think this tournament is going to be really good. I do think it'll end up being him and AJ McKee in the finals, and that'll be a crazy fight.
I love it. So Conor McGregor, I believe, was on with Ariel Helwani, and I guess he and Chandler are going to fight at 170. I know originally they said 155, which I was happy about. So what did he say? If he beat Chandler, he wants a title shot at 170. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that
bro? I'm like, when I hear that, just hearing Ariel is like the funniest thing, because he tries to say that he's not biased and he's not this and he's not that, but I shared a post yesterday where he was just like, man, who would fight next for the 170 title, man? Kobe's up there, Chimaev. I mean, the winner of Gilbert and Masvidal, and he like specifically tried to not say my name.
Really?
But when I'm on an 8-fight winning streak, and when Leon was on that same streak, and Leon's last win was against Nate Diaz, it was like crying, like, how are they not giving this guy a title fight? So like, if you're gonna be biased, I don't care if you hate me, just be truthful about it. Don't sit there and come out and on your show and say, man, I think Belal Muhammad hates me. Maybe it's Palestine-Israel thing. When it's the other way around, and you're like obviously trying to avoid saying my name. Even when he said it, it was like, who's number 4? Oh, Belal's number 4. But yeah, maybe Chimaev makes a lot of sense. Why does Chimaev make more sense than me when Chimaev has 170 win and he's missed weight his last fight, and he said he's going up to middleweight? So like, that should have even been in the conversation. So like, you could go back and forth with it, but like I said, it's like, just be real about it. I don't care if you hate me. Just don't sit there and lie to your people and be like, oh man, he hates me, man. There has to be a reason why he hates me. So it's just funny. But yeah, Conor talking about that. Let's just get Conor in the cage.
Exactly. Good point.
Yeah, let's get in the cage first. See what happens, right?
Seriously. But dude, I have to say, I mean, it's like, I am just so glad March 18th is here. And I'm sure I can't be nearly as glad as you are. It's just,
I was just telling Cody, I'm like, honestly, like, I just don't even want to watch the fight on Saturday. I just want to wake up Sunday and then see what the news headlines are, and then hopefully we get a call or something from Dana or Ali, and we know what's next. I just want to know what the path is.
100%. All right. We don't need to talk much more about Conor. We gave him his 30 seconds of fame. That's enough. Oh, you're skipping over the Bears. Don't skip over the Chicago Bears. Traded the number 1. For those of you MMA fans who don't like the National Football League, just bear with us for a second. So, Bully B, since we're last on, the Bulls trade the number 1 overall pick. They acquired DJ Moore. They still get the number 9 pick this year's draft. First rounder at 24, second rounder at 25. Dude, I love Justin Fields. I love the head coach. Dude, they got Tremaine Edmonds from the Bills coming over. Look out for the Chicago Bears. I'm so glad they didn't punt on Justin Fields. No pun intended, No,
for sure. Yeah, that's what I said. I think they're making smarter moves now. The best move that's happened to the Bears so far is Aaron Rodgers is leaving the Packers. And he's finally gone. I told you, I was like, bro, he's out of the division. That's all that matters. I don't really care. Now we're going to have 2 guaranteed wins this year, I think.
I like it. It is funny though, like with Cody and I were talking earlier about the Bears, and we talk a little bit about Justin Fields and Mac Jones. Mac Jones, the quarterback in the Patriots, and I like Justin Fields so much more than I like Mac Jones. And as you get older and you have friends, it's like, now I got a little reason to root for the Bears because of you. You know what I mean? Just a little more juice. So before we get to the game show, I just want to ask you. So, Eric Nixick is our boy, right? The man. And I couldn't help but kind of feel for him when I'm watching John Jones fight. And I think I might have alluded to this last weekend, the sort of he's not there with Ngannou. I heard some rumblings of Ngannou possibly going to the PFL. I guess maybe he wants to box first. And it just, man, it's like, so John Jones comes back to the biggest division, and then Ngannou's just not, there's something about this just doesn't feel right. It bothers me, man.
Yeah. It sucks because I think that fight would be huge. It would be bigger than John Jones and Stipe. Francis Ngannou, he has that one punch that'll put anybody to sleep. I don't care who you are, what your name is. And he's like one of the scariest guys to ever be in the heavyweight division. So the fact that he's not in here, it's nuts. I'm hearing that he's going to box Wilder. I know that they're getting close to that, but I'm just hoping that, he sticks with the team, like the team that got you to where you are. Like if it does end up being boxing, I'm just hoping that, Eric Nixick is still in his corner the whole time. Even if it is boxing, we can hold pads. We get you the right sparring partners. I just hope it ain't one of those where it's a boxing. So now let me get a whole new group of boxing trainers and, change up on the people that have been loyal to me from the start. because Eric is even one of those guys, one of the most loyal guys that you could even talk to. When I was down there for the John Jones card, I was like, you going to the fight? He said, nah, it doesn't feel right going to that card without Francis on the card. So it's just like, he's just like a legitimately good guy. So I'm hoping that if he does get the Wilder fight, it'll be a huge money fight. And I think that's the safest fight for him if he does go to boxing, because Wilder doesn't have the best technique. He does have that one punch power, but he doesn't have like that Fury footwork, the Fury head movement. And all it takes is one punch no matter what. So if that does happen, I hope that, he gets that one out the way. Then he does end up coming back to the UFC, and the John Jones fight will be even that much bigger, especially if John Jones walks through Stipe, where I think he can. I think that he can make it look easy against Stipe. I think that we've seen Stipe get taken down before. We've seen him get out grappled. And I think that John Jones is one of those guys where if he gets you to the ground, he's not going to let you back up. And I can see it happening.
It's interesting for me when I think about Jones calling Stipe like the greatest heavyweight of all time. It's like, yeah, it benefits John Jones to call him the greatest heavyweight of all time and then beat him. It's kind of convenient at this time. I don't know. I
feel like he does it for the reason, right? I feel like everything he does, he doesn't do nothing without a reason behind it. Like he's calling him the greatest heavyweight of all time. So when he goes out there, finishes him, hey, I told you guys he was the greatest heavyweight of all time. Look what I did to him. That's the greatest heavyweight of all time. Like he's very smart, and we've seen it. The mental games he was playing with Cyril Gane this whole time. And like when you look back at all of it, it's like hindsight is 2020. Like, oh, he did this because of this. He did this because of this. He did this because of this. Yep. And it's crazy.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, what's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, Manel Kape. What's up, man?
What's up? Well, how are you?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm very well. How about you guys?
Are you okay to be driving and looking at your phone?
Of course.
We don't want to get you in a car accident a couple weeks before your fight.
I'm the best driver in Vegas. Not gonna happen.
So 9 days away, huh?
Yes, 9 days away. 9 days away. Very excited. I'm ready, sharp.
How is camp going?
I'm very, it's good, amazing. Actually, it's been very, very, very good because my last fight was December, so I didn't take too much time to rest. So it's good because I was already ready from last camp. So this camp is just working some details, stay more sharp. So it's been good. It's been good for me.
Training down in Vegas, you were training down there with a bunch of these monsters right here. Shout out to Javid Basharat.
Yes,
you have a great group of smaller guys down there. Like, is that your home base right now? Is that where you're like, I figured out the right spot for me?
Yes. It's where I stay all the time right now in Vegas. Actually, it's the city where I dreamed to live when I was a kid. So for me, it's the perfect scenario for everything, Vegas.
Welcome to the show, Javid. How you doing, brother?
What's up, my guy? How are you?
Where you are? Where you are?
You brother?
You driving?
I'm in London. London.
Nice.
Yes, I was driving. Yeah. I'm gonna spend the whole of Ramadan here in London. How are you guys? Sorry, I'm late, by the way, as I'm driving. The traffic here is crazy.
Hey, you're good. Speaking of late, it's already it's the next day over there, right? It's after midnight now. Thanks for being with us, bro.
Yeah. It's all good. I'm still on Vegas time. I just touched down last night, so I don't even know what day it is, what time it is. Yeah.
Are you while you're down there? Are you one of those guys that train during Ramadan? Are you training while you're fasting and everything?
Yeah, 100%. Like every Ramadan, I'm always training. I try to limit the sparring as much as possible. For religious reasons and also health reasons. Also, but I always train. I have a brother. Like Farad's gonna be down here next week, so we're gonna be training all the time.
Any words on any fights that are coming up? Obviously, you're in one of the most exciting divisions in the UFC right now. You're one of the hottest prospects right now. So have they brought any names to you?
Nah, no names as of yet, but I would love to fight in July because after Ramadan, I'm going to have a little bit of time I'm going to need a little bit of time to get ready, get in like proper fight shape. And I would love like Jonathan Martinez, for example. Like these guys are cracking into like top 15 now off fights they don't win. You know what I mean? So how is this possible? This guy lost the fight on the weekend against Saeed. They gave him a decision. He's now number 14, whilst David Grant won. He beat Rafael Sansao, and he's not ranked, and he has a win over Jonathan Martinez, a KO win over Jonathan Martinez. So I don't know, man. I'm just kind of thinking, how are these guys getting ranked? And it's just weird right now, you know.
What do you think of for Merab? What do you think of his performance, and how do you think that the 135 pounders will match up against him?
Merab, listen, I gotta give it to him. He fought outstanding. Merab is always going to be a messy type of fighter. I think that's as clean as he's ever going to look, going for 50 takedowns and getting only 5 or 6 of them. But man, he did it amazing. And Peter Yan is a great fighter. He's a former champion, and he made it look easy, you know. So credit to him. I can't say anything bad about Merab. He's a lovely guy too. He's very hard to dislike also, you know. He looks fantastic. The rest of the 135 division matching up against him, there are some good guys that can match up well against him, to be honest. You know, this division, that's why I said this ranking is looking a little bit dodgy right now, because there are guys at number 15 and guys that are not even ranked that could be top 5 maybe, you know? You don't know. Right. Like, this division is very hot right now.
You know, that happens a lot in this sport, right? We started this show September of 2020. Belal was unranked, if I'm not mistaken, and now he's number 4. So there is a lot of that. The UFC roster is so deep. A lot of these divisions are stacked, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Welterweight and bantamweight in particular, you know?
Yep.
Belal is definitely the boogeyman of that division. You know, he went from I don't even know what number, I don't even know if he had a number next to his name, and now he's like the most dodge fighter. He's taking all the hard fights in the division, you know? You gotta respect it.
Appreciate you, my brother. I'm glad that the fighters know what it is. Like, you have some uneducated fans, but the real ones know what it is. And like I said, all we can do is just win and keep fighting.
Definitely.
Hey, the fans know too. They're just playing with you, man. I don't know. It's just you entertain them too much. That's what it is. You always respond back to them. If you stop responding, they're gonna be like, give Belal a title shot next.
Right.
That's what it is.
Manel, a big win against a guy like Alex Perez. Do you think that puts you next in line for a title shot at 125, where we finally got new blood, where it's not another quadrilogy with Moreno and Figueiredo?
100%. I just believe that this fight, I'm gonna fight with the former title contender, and I 100% believe that this fight after that we can fight for the belt, because this is the plan when I come to UFC. My first fight should be I was a backup for the title, and didn't happen. But everybody know my skills. Everybody know the show what I put inside the octagon, and I don't need to prove more after the fight against Alex Perez.
We saw a little bit in your last fight where you started like getting loosened up. You're starting to play the whole basketball game, and they're like, people are starting to see you, and we saw your flying knee knockouts. Like, you're going there with that mindset now that I have to show out, I have to put on a crazy show to get a crazy finish, or is it like it'll come if it just comes naturally?
No, it just come naturally. Everybody that's know me.
Hey, that's the star boy in him. That's the star boy in him. You know, you have like, even Manel, when he starts getting like inspiring, you know, he starts feeling himself and he starts dancing and stuff, and you're just like, oh my god, this is getting a little bit messy right now, you know.
Yeah. You know, no, it's just me. You know, when I like Farid say, I do this all the time in sparring. I feel myself, you know, and I start to become very comfortable inside the octagon. This is where I say very comfortable. So I do this kind of stuff. Can finish, cannot finish, you know. But I'm always gonna put a master class inside the octagon. And last time the guy was tough. He was very tough, you know. He didn't give up, but it was a great win. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. Javid, obviously your brother, another monster like yourself, undefeated, and you're about to be corner of the year, because I feel like everybody's corner you're in, they win. Like, do you get nervous more than when you're fighting, when you have to corner your brother, or you're like, man, you know what, let me sit this one out. Let me just close my eyes. Or are you like more motivated?
Oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just sit and watch at home, but I don't know, man. I get so nervous for these fights, you know. My brother in particular, because obviously that's my brother, you know. Even when I was cornering Cody, I was like, man, you better not say the wrong thing, you know. You better not say anything. I just get real nervous because I can't control anything, you know. So
Even me, when this guy's fighting, I say very nervous. You know, I imagine what he feel when he sees brother fighting. It's tough.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even imagine that seeing my brother, because I'm like, I'll make my brother spar, and like they're not even fighters, but I like make them spar, and I let them spar guys from the gym, and it just makes me want to like jump in. And I'm like, bro, I can't even imagine it was UFC.
No, but I will say one thing, Belal. Like when it's training time, ask Manel. Like I'm super harsh on Farid. Like I'm always like I'm always the first one to spar him. I'm always saying, no, this round was bad. You need to do this more. You know, even when he has a great round, you know, I'm harsh on him. But it's because on fight day, I just want fight day to be easy, so I don't have to do that much work, you know?
No, dude, I was telling my boys, I'm like, bro, when I was sparring Edmund Shabazian in Vegas, and I was like, you were like yelling some instructions for me in the corner. I'm like, bro, I got to put Javid in my corner. Like he sees stuff that a lot of people don't see. And for being so young in the sport, like you're very smart and intelligent when it comes to that. And a lot of guys aren't good at coaching and fighting.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, but when you were just sparring Edmund, I was just enjoying it so much. I was just kind of commentating to myself, and you was picking it up. So I was like, all right. I wasn't trying to give no advice. I can't give somebody of your caliber advice, you know.
Nah, bro, you can learn from anybody. Like I said, you're very smart, and seeing when you're in the corner, I'm like, bro, like you and your brother, you both see different things. And like your brother was just injured one time, and I just saw him at the PI, and he says, yeah, just come in here and just watch guys too. It's like you guys love to learn, and that's what I think that a lot of these other people need to take too, where a lot of these guys don't love to learn. They don't love to watch fights. They don't love to take different things from other fighters. And you guys are just open books, and that's what's beautiful about it.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's like me and Farid and Amir, we were kind of like self-taught, you know. We were kind of each other's coaches our whole careers, like, you know. So he was my sparring partner. I was Farid and Amir's sparring partners our whole career. So like this is how we got good. And then obviously taking it to the next level, you needed coaches. Now when we do Cooper and Jake Shields and training with the guys at Extreme as well. So that's probably why I'm able to give advice and see a few stuff, because we kind of came up together, you know. Like if we didn't hold each other accountable, it wasn't going to work, you know. We was never going to get this good.
For sure. But, you know, all this friendly talk that we're going back and forth with, now it's time for the game show. Let's get a little bit of competition going here, Cody.
So Belal, Cody was putting something in the chat about changing up the rules, but it looks like both Manel is parked, ready to go. I think we can roll with the regular game show. You agree?
Yeah, I'm good with the regular game show. You guys good with the game show? Could you look at your phone, Javid? Are you good?
Oh, he's on mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah. I can look at the game now.
You see okay?
Yeah. All right, we're good here. All
right, cool. So we'll go through the rules real quick. So a lot like Jeopardy. If you know the answer, your buzzer is bully. You shout bully. That's Belal's nickname. If you know the answer, don't shout it out. Say bully. Wrong answer, points go to the opponent. Correct answer, obviously you get the points. Most points wins. Please shout bully. Good luck, boys. Thanks for being with us.
All right, guys. Categories for today. First category, face mash. So these are two fighter faces. They're mashed together. You got to tell me which two fighters they are. Second category, nickname game. Everybody got a nickname. You got to tell me what this fighter's nickname is. Name scramble. These are fighter names scrambled up. The letters are all scrambled. You got to tell me which fighter it is. And who is he or she? These are guy fighters with a girl filter. The winner of the show, sponsored by Exclusive Wireless, you guys will get a brand new pair of shoes. Will be sent to you. So both of you guys could be looking fresh right now. I don't know if we can send it all the way to London, but Javid, once you come back to America, we'll send it back to Vegas.
What is the brand of shoes? What is the brand of shoes?
Nike, you know we only go big time over here. We only wear Jordans over here.
Jordan. I think it's Louis
Hey,
Vuitton.
Manel, yeah, no,
We're not Louis. We're not Louis yet.
nah, Manel does Versace. If it's not Versace,
Right?
you don't want to play.
You've been hanging out with Ali
Hey,
too much,
Starboy.
brother.
No, Ali's been playing with me too much.
Right.
Manel, you're here first. I'll let you pick the first category.
I'll be very very honest. I'm not the guy that watch too much fights, and for me, I just know real the names, nicknames, or something like my friends. I know you. I know it's gonna be very difficult for me, but
Where's
what
the
is that me
confidence,
facing?
Manel? I need confidence. You got to fight in 9 days. I want you to be like, man, I'm about to walk through this guy right now.
Okay, okay, let's go. Who is he and she? Who is
All right,
he
who's
and
he or
she?
she? So this is a guy fighter. You got to tell me who the guy fighter is.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, he's making excuses already.
Say
This,
bully.
You got to say bully.
I know this. I need to say bully.
Yep.
Yeah,
if I
say
know.
bully.
Bully.
Wait, can I say it too or no?
Yeah. Both of you guys can say it. Whoever gets the answer first says
Oh,
bully,
okay.
and then you tell me the
All
answer.
right, bully.
No, Manel already got
All
it.
right, bully.
Manel, what's the answer? Who is it, Manel?
This guy gonna fight with Conor right now. Who is the name? He's in a Ultimate show.
I'll
Okay.
take it. I'll take it. Michael Chandler.
Michael Chandler.
You can't give
No,
him this
no.
one. What the hell?
No, I know.
He's
It's
fighting
Chandler.
Conor. That was close enough.
No. He's in
Yeah, I'll
Ultimate
take it, I'll
Fighter.
take it.
He's
We'll
the
give
coach.
it to
The coach.
Yeah,
Ultimate
yeah,
Fighter.
yeah. All right,
All
you
right,
got
points
it.
go to Manel. Manel, pick again.
Who is she and here?
200.
Friends. Bully.
Javid said bully first.
Okay.
Francis Ngannou.
Go ahead, Manel. You should have said bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Javid gets the points. Javid, you pick now.
Okay. Nickname game.
Nickname game. Let's go nickname
Yeah.
game for 100.
Bully.
Gunnar Nelson.
Ooh,
No,
quick.
I don't.
man.
No, I don't know.
Bully, I got it.
What is it?
Gunny.
Oh, there we go.
It's gone.
Come on.
I will never
Come
know
on.
this.
Yeah, I
That was
never
an
would've
easy
gotten
one.
it.
You go again, Javid.
Hello?
Name scramble, because it's my name scramble.
Name scramble. Okay. All right, these may be hard for you, Manel, if you don't know.
What the hell? Oh, what is that, man?
I'll give you hints, just backwards.
Real next.
Oh, bully.
Go.
bully. Henry Cejudo.
What is this? Yeah. I was thinking. Name is scramble. You guys don't see that it's for say name of the guy.
Yeah, it's the name of the guy.
No, I think his name of scramble the same position.
Oh. No, name of the guy.
Now I think this name of some position because I see you in Cejudo, and I was thinking like and Cejudo. No, I think
gotcha.
I think it was technique.
Manel's too technical.
Okay.
That's why.
All right, Javid, you're up again.
All right. Manel, which one you want me to pick?
Who-
Doesn't matter, I
who-
smash
who-
you anyone.
Who is he and she?
All right, who's he and she?
All right, let's go.
Bully.
Bully.
Manel.
Conor McGregor.
What I said bully.
No, I
said
say
first.
bully first.
Before he said it.
Now I say first.
Dang, we got a tie game now. You're up, Manel.
And who is he and she?
Who is he and she? Last one.
Bully.
Bully.
I
I said it.
say
But
no.
now-
I say for
Who's that?
Cyril.
What the
Cyril.
He said it first.
I say
Manel's saying it no matter what.
Nah.
Saying it right out the gate.
Nah. Bro, I said it before the picture even came out.
100%. We
You guys
believe
just
you.
hearing me late. It's just a
Hey.
connection problem. You're hearing me late.
What does that mean? Face match. What does that
So
mean?
these are two fighter faces. So you got to tell me which two fighters they are.
Okay. Face match.
Let's go face match. These are the best ones.
Bully.
Bully.
I say first.
Manel.
I say first. This is Umar. Umar no.
Bro, the signal is terrible.
Umar.
Umar
ne?
who?
Ah,
And who?
Umar and this guy that fight right now, this Merab.
Oh, that's a big one right there.
Hey, so
Hey,
that
listen,
that
guys,
international
guys.
delay might be real over there.
You know why
Yeah, it's a
I'm very
delay.
good
I said bully already.
in school. I was very good on these kind of things. See who is who, and
The confidence is growing for Manel Kape.
No,
I thought he was gonna
Hey,
struggle.
listen,
no,
listen. Wait,
no,
wait,
it's
wait.
real. In school, I was very good. Nobody like beat me. And this kind, look, what is this name of the artist or museum or something like that? Was very
Bro,
good.
I,
Face
bruv,
match,
I
face
smoke you
match,
in this any day. Bro, they can't hear
face
me.
match,
They
I
can't
face
can't hear
hear
you,
me.
match,
Javid. He's
face
not
match,
talking to you right now.
face match. Bully, 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 bully,
Bully, bully, bully.
bully me. This is the guy,
I said,
Giri
I said it.
Prowaska. Giri Prowaska.
Uh-huh.
Is Jiri Prowaska and
Bro, this is some bullshit.
the heavyweight champion. Who is the name of the heavyweight champion right now?
No,
This
but you got
guy.
3 seconds. 3, 2.
This guy heavyweight. I know this guy heavyweight
What?
champion. I should
I
say.
got it.
I don't know
I
this.
need the 2
I don't know.
names. If Javid has the 2 names, he gets it.
Jamal Will.
I say it.
God.
I have it.
Nah, Jamal Will. Jiri
Oh,
Will.
shit.
Hey, Javid,
Hey,
he's
guys, this
walking
is not
through you
fair.
right
One
now.
sec. No, this is not fair because I'm saying bully and you keep saying
No. I
Manel
say
'cause the
first.
delay
I
of
say
the
first.
call.
No, I say
Yeah,
first
on
bully.
the call. On the call.
No,
Before you
no.
say it, I say it here, but they get it
Nah,
late.
impossible. Impossible.
Look.
Impossible.
Look, I'm gonna say something. Bro, I'm gonna say something. You guys hear it late.
Nah,
Anyways, I'm gonna say
impossible.
bully now. I banked
Impossible.
it in.
Impossible. Impossible.
And bully now.
Hey, face match.
Face match 300.
Bully. Já sei
Javid
first.
got it. No, Javid
No,
got it.
what's not Javid? Hey,
That's
Belal,
me.
what's not
Rafa
Javid?
Fiziev and Justin Gaethje. Rafa
That was
Fiziev and
Javid.
Justin
That was
Gaethje.
Javid.
Easy one.
Hey,
Come on,
it was not him. Was he? I say
He was
first.
quick. He was
I
quick.
really say first. No,
He
was
was-
not quick.
He was quick.
I was first. But okay, let it win a little bit. Is losing.
I'm loving the trash talk now. Let's go,
All right, this
Javid.
game is great.
You're up, Javid.
All right. Nickname game.
Oh,
Bully.
Javid.
That's me.
Javid.
Javi.
He
Oh,
said it.
Yeah. King Casey O'Neill.
Oh,
We got a ball game.
we got a ball game
impossible.
Come on.
Impossible. Hey. Now you guys try to be fair. This game is not
It
to be
was.
fair. It's
It
not
was
to be
fair.
That's
fair.
easy work.
Now,
Manel,
this is
Jay-Z
not
the
to be.
ref.
Hey. The thing it is,
Manel,
if
this
he's
is
losing,
easy
he's
work. What's
losing.
happening?
You guys cannot be feel sorry for him. You know?
I'm not.
Manel,
Let's go.
Don't worry.
Let's go.
What's this? All right. Nickname game again.
Bully.
Bully.
I don't know.
Okay,
But
Manel.
now,
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know Manel?
I don't
You
know.
know, Javid, do you know it?
I say. I know. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jack Tank Shaw. Tank.
Boom.
I will never know.
me neither.
Hey, this guy was on the regional, so I knew this one. He fought in the
man,
UK as
Javid
well,
got the
so I knew
lead.
this one.
Javid got the
All right,
lead.
let's go. All right, nickname game again.
Oh man,
Bully.
Bully.
So it's me, Bill.
Yeah, it is.
Manel.
That's me.
Manel.
No,
That's
it's me.
what?
Mohammed Mokaev, this the little kid, man.
What's his nickname?
You have a nickname, this guy?
Yeah, he has a nickname.
You have a nickname?
Yeah.
Wait, let me go to Instagram. Wait.
No, I know Instagram.
No.
Javid, you have the answer?
Yeah.
What's the answer, Javid?
Punisher.
Punisher.
Javid's a beast. Let's go.
Come on, easy work.
Come on, Manel. You can't get mad at me because you don't know the answers.
He's like, I'm gonna go on Instagram. Get out of here with that stuff.
All right, you're up, Javid.
All right, name scramble.
Names. These are big names.
Bully.
Now, this is later.
Bully. I was
That's
me. I was me. Almir Abazi.
That was quick. Whew, this is a game.
I gotta
was
watch
very.
closely.
I'm good on this. Like I just don't know. I was
This is a
thinking.
close game right now. This is tight. You're up, Manel.
Blah, blah, blah. Name scramble.
Name scramble. Here we go.
Bully. I say first.
Jason.
Dude,
I
I
said
mean,
it.
that was as close as they've been to one another. I guess we got to go give Manel this one. He's trailing. Next close one goes to Javid, bro.
Manel, go ahead.
No.
Manel, you got 3, 2, 1. Manel! Javid, you have an answer?
No, we don't have the answer.
I thought I had it. One sec.
What do you mean? Nobody has
I thought I had it. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you guys one hint. And then whoever says bully first gets it.
Bodna something. What is it?
100%.
He's the champion right now.
What the hell? Who's the champion in that name?
What, UFC? UFC,
yes.
Brandon Moreno.
Brandon Moreno. I say, hey, you cannot say this. You cannot give up. You cannot say this. You cannot say this, Belal. You cannot say this.
You said it.
No, but you cannot say. You cannot say.
None of you guys know the answer. I said I'm gonna give you
No,
guys a
but
hint.
you cannot say now. You let it go. I was close. You cannot say. You cannot say.
This is a tight game right now. This is a tight game.
Starboy.
Manel, you need to get these 2 answers right.
Okay, that was mine.
Manel, you need to get these 2 answers right. There's 800 points left on the board right now. So next question. What do you guys, Javid, face smash or name scramble?
Oh, I don't know. Manel was good at both of these ones. I'm kind of scared. Oh my God, one sec. Name scramble.
Name scramble. This is big right here.
Bully. I say first.
Manel.
Usman.
What's his name? What's his name?
I'm gonna say.
Usman Cameron. Yes.
No.
Usman Cameron.
What did he say?
I say Usman Cameron. Usman. I say Cameron.
Hey. Oh, love it. Final question. The winner of this. Hey, hold up. Time out. Final question here. Listen.
No, let's go, Belal. Let's go, Belal.
You guys are gonna yell.
Belal, let's go.
Gonna yell at the same time.
Yeah.
Here.
Yes. Let's go, Belal. Let's go.
So look at. We're all gonna be paying attention here. You have to wait for it to pop up before you say bully. Once it pops up, then you can say bully. Ready?
Oh, okay.
Let's go, Cody.
Bully. I say first.
That's
No, I say first.
Manel.
No, it was not
Who is
you.
that guy anyway?
This is Stipe Miocic and John Jones.
Oh! Come on, Javid!
Yeah!
He deserves it. He deserves it. I would have never got that. That looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was like, who the hell is that guy?
Dude, that may be the best game show we've ever had.
You lot are having me up on this one. I genuinely thought you lot were taking the piss out of that one. I was like, nah, they're gonna do this. Is a trick question. I would have never got that one. That was a good
one of the best game shows. Your winner, your new champion. Manel Kape, how does it feel, brother?
Like always, feel a champion. Like always, feel champion.
You didn't have no confidence before the game started.
No. I was just playing with Javid. I just tell you for you feel like confidence, you know. You feel confidence.
Hey,
that was great. This is
not fair.
That was great.
Hey, this is not fair. I don't have my competitive edge. He's fighting in 9 days. In 9 days, of course, he's gonna be competitive.
Hey, you guys want my address? I will send you right now. Send me the Jordan, Louis Vuitton, whatever you guys will send.
Yes.
Okay.
Send it to my DM. I got you, brother.
Okay. I will send.
Shoe size too.
Okay. 100%.
Appreciate you guys. Javid, maybe we'll send you a T-shirt.
Okay, cool. Anything, but it's all right. But hey, all I'm saying is jet lag is real.
You guys were great.
Appreciate both of you guys coming on. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You guys are the best. Good luck to you, Manel, in a couple of weeks.
Thank you so much, Belal. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm the winner, so I need to defend my shoes, right?
Let's go. There we go. That's what
I need to defend my shoes. Every time you guys have somebody, I need another shoes.
For sure, brother. We got you.
Okay, guys. Stay good.
Thank you, guys.
All the best, guys.
All right, brother. Peace out, brother.
Bro, those are the categories. That's the way to do it. Those four, those like original remember the show categories, no matter, But dude, these guys both shouting bully before they even know the
funniest game show in the world. Dude, that was like so scared at first, and then all of a sudden he just gets the most confident and he starts just like dominating. That's what the best part about the game show is, because it just like brings out the competitive edge in everybody. Like you don't want to lose, whether you think you're good at trivia or not.
Manel was pissed. I think, like a little bit.
Dude, he was about to start. He was about to block us. Once we started doing like, hey, yo, that was Javid, he was about to block us.
Right? That was great. And I'm glad he parked the car. I was like, what are we going to do in this game show? We got Cody was trying to come up with alternate solutions for the buzzer because the dude's driving, Anyway, we got a big event this week in UFC 286. Without further ado, let's get to Bully's Picks. What's up, Bone Marrow?
I'm crying laughing. I mean, that was, and Manel has my number. So now if he lost, it would have been like all on me. Hammering the text message to me. Like,
you guys need to change the buzzer. You guys need to fix it. What's going on over there? You guys suck.
You could see the tide. Like if this was a fight, you could see midway through the second round there where the tide was turning and Manel started to turn it on,
Yeah, but he was down 600 points with the last two questions, fires the last two questions, wins the game,
That was huge.
But we were generous with him. He's like the heavyweight champion, Jamal Will. I mean, come on. Come on.
Well,
that's call him Molehill, but what's that?
That's an accent thing.
Yeah, that's what
I mean. That I don't know. That one, that face match.
I'm just glad the last question that Javid said that he didn't know who it was anyway, because I was like, I know they're both gonna yell bully, so I'm like, whoever I picked, the other person gonna be super mad. But since he didn't know anyway, I'm just like happy that happened.
I love it. All right, we're gonna talk about two fights: UFC 286, Usman versus Edwards 3. Like I tell you right now, I don't give a fudge, man. Like I'm Team Muhammad all day. I'm not kidding, man. Like we're going to talk about the co-main event. I'm really excited about the co-main event. I'll let you guys maybe talk about the main event, but I'm Team Muhammad, man. Unless Muhammad's got the next title shot, I don't care about the welterweight division. I'm fired up. Anyway, co-main event, your guy, my guy, your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. And that actually means something when you talk about Justin Gaethje. Your favorite fighter's favorite fighter means that. When I typed Gaethje today, I spelled it right the first time. How about that?
Dang, no way.
I love Gaethje. You guys played in the football game together. So he only fought once last year. Oliveira lost at UFC 274. Oliveira did miss weight, so wasn't belt eligible. Nonetheless, submitted Gaethje round 1. Gaethje's won the interim belt. He's fought for the real belt twice. And while Dustin Poirier, I know, takes a lot of pride in his interim belt, I don't know how much Justin Gaethje likes his interim belt. I think he desires the real one. First test way back up the mountain, Rafael Fiziev, winner of 6 in a row. Last 5, all bonus. I think Gaethje, I saw today, got bonuses in all 10 of his UFC fights, if I'm not mistaken. Is that insane?
Yeah, that's just like
nuts.
7 bonuses in his first 9 fights. I mean, insane.
Just nuts. Anyway, this should be an absolute
bonuses for 7.
banger. Bully, break it down. Give us a pick.
Man, this fight is going to be nuts. And I like both guys. Like, they're both very likable guys. And even with, like, each other, they're not, like, big trash talk or anything. Even Justin was at the press conference today was like, we're going to go in there. We're going to beat the heck out of each other. And Fiziev is, like, the funniest guy in the world on Instagram and showing a little bit more personality. He just seems like a cool guy, too. The striking in this is going to be nuts. Like, I know a lot of people are saying Justin has wrestling and he needs to wrestle to win, but I don't think he needs to wrestle to win, honestly. I know Fiziev's striking is really good. I just think people are forgetting how good Justin is. He's been in there with some of the best guys in the division. He has a great chin. I really think that Poirier was one of the best boxers in the division. He was standing toe-to-toe with him for a while. He was standing toe-to-toe with Eddie Alvarez. He was standing toe-to-toe with, he knocked out Barbosa. He's beaten some of the best guys, best strikers in the division. Fiziev is just so clean striking. Everything is just so smooth about it. When he does his little matrix thing, it's beautiful. And I know that he used to be Peter Yan's striking coach back there in Thailand too. He used to be one of those guys that even his wrestling is really good. His biggest issue is that I think that sometimes he gasses. We've seen that before. We've seen him gas in the Bobby Green fight. We've seen him get a little bit tired. In the RDA fight, he looked really good, but like he was the one with the lead the whole time. He was the one moving forward the whole time in that fight. And you don't really burn a lot of gas doing that. Justin Gaethje he's gonna throw at you the whole time. He's gonna be in your face the whole time. And that's when you get gassed out. When you're moving backwards, when you're worried about this other guy. I hate to make a pick here, man, but I just think that in the pocket, when you're in close proximity with each other, yeah, Justin Gaethje has great kicks, great low kicks, but I just think that Fiziev's pocket work is so beautiful. His inside boxing, his elbows, clinch work, everything is just so smooth. I do think that he's going to win this fight. I do think that it may be a knockout. I hope it goes 3 rounds, because if this fight goes 3 rounds, it'll probably be fight of the decade. But I do think it's going to end up being a finish here. Justin's, yeah, he's only fought once last year, I think twice the year before that. But like I said, a lot of his fights coming into the UFC were wars, and there were big battles, and he knows when he's in a fight, his body's going to feel like that. And I'm glad that he's taken the time off, taking this whole year off, training. He's on the same card as his teammate Kamaru, so they're both working together, grinding together. I hate to see him lose 2 in a row, because he is so exciting, and I don't know what will come next if he does lose. But I do think Rafael he's just going to be a little bit too much for him here. I'm picking Rafael.
I can understand why that's a tough one for you to pick under. And I think we underestimate sometimes. Tough to always have to pick these fights. I know Kenny Florian for years has not loved having to make picks all the time. You know, you've got to pick against guys here and there. It's not a fun thing to do, but you always break it down diplomatically. Bone Marrow. Do you like the dog here? 2-1 Gaethje, huh?
Well, and now Kenny's got some incentive, because if you use code AFPOD when you sign up for DraftKings Sportsbook, you can turn $5 into $200.
There you go.
In there for you guys. And before I give my pick, I just want to address one of the comments that we got. Jason, is it true that John's personal groomer helps him with his beard dye? Is that a fact?
Just unbelievable. It's like the same. Is this the same person thinks he's balding? Like, no dye. What do you say? He's got the same white that I do. It's just probably a little bit long. I mean, no, he trims up the sides a little bit, you know, but he trims the hair because it's white. Anyway, appreciate the love. Let's talk about this co-main event.
Well, they can let us know in the comments. I've been trying to get the mustache back for 2 years now, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. So we'll see about that. But with this fight, speaking of mustaches, the reason that I'm going to roll with the dog here, Justin Gaethje, is because, you know, Fiziev seems like he's a bit of a slow starter. You know, he took 21 minutes to finish RDA, who was up and down between weight classes, you know, obviously at the tail end of his career, went to a decision against Bobby Green, right? So the ability to put somebody away has just not been shown there for the elite level competition. Obviously, you know, he put away Brad Riddell. That was a great finish. But Justin Gaethje, every single time out, is going to bring it to you. He's going to bring it to you from minute 1. And I just don't see if Justin Gaethje can get out to that start, that Fiziev can come back. As you said, gas tank might be an issue. I don't think anybody has a pace like a Justin Gaethje, maybe a Merab Dvalishvili, but Justin Gaethje goes out there. I think the leg kicks are going to be massive. The leg kicks, I think, are going to flatten the tires of Fiziev. And then, you know, who's to say that the crowd is a steroid for Justin Gaethje? I don't know if it's going to be the same for Fiziev in an environment like this. And, you know, like Kenny said on the show, I kind of have that fresh in my mind, that the fights that we don't expect Gaethje to show up are when he shows up and shows out. So I think this is going to be a stellar performance. As you said, Belal, if this goes to a decision, which I kind of think it will be, the over 1.5 is -180. I could see it going into the 3rd round, in which case I think the finish is probably more likely for Gaethje. But I would say Gaethje, and then even further, I would say Gaethje probably by decision with that 15 minutes. But this is going to be a banger of a fight. This is a fight that you know you're going to get your money's worth. Obviously, both guys stellar. Fiziev only 1 loss, but I got to roll with Gaethje here, and there's just no way I'm going to pick against him.
And Bully, you got to love, I mean, this co-main event probably be at like 3:00 Chicago time. So at least you're going to know, you know, the main event's what, at 5 p.m. Eastern, I think. So you're in business. No, it's going to be, yeah, exactly. 5 p.m. main event, 4 p.m. main event for you. That's nice. Anyway, so it'll be 6, whatever. All right, let's move on to the main event if we must. And I'm not hating on this. It is what it is. I'm just Team Muhammad, man. So live from the O2 in London. So I'm going to just tell you a personal story. So my brother hasn't been to the O2 or been to call to fight in London in 10 years, right? And last time Usman and Edwards fought, you know, at the end of the fight, as many of you know, John had a line, you know, Leon's not cut from that cloth, head kick, bang, whatever. So John saw Leon a couple weeks after, right? And, you know, gave him a big hug, and Leon was like, not cut from that cloth or whatever he did. And that moment for John was like one of the most special moments for him, that it sort of resonated with Leon in that way. So for me, I just want to share that because it was really a special moment for John. And so certainly he's excited to call these guys running it back. Obviously, Usman dominated through 4.5 rounds and then head kick, bang. But I'm not lying to you all when I say my my flow in my brain with the welterweight division goes through Belal Muhammad. So unless Belal Muhammad's getting the winner, I don't have much appetite for this. I'll let you guys talk about it. Cody, why don't you pick it first, and then we'll let remember the name take us home.
Well, of course, we're going to let the future champion get the last word on this one. But I just wanted to say, I thought Kamaru won the pre-fight presser with the don't let him bully your son. I thought that was hilarious. That was great. And I think that is one of the most legendary corner moments in UFC history. And the reason I feel that way is because he's saying that. And in the moment, Leon's like, oh, I'm not. And then he's like, well, then get on with you then. And then obviously we know how the story played out. But going into the last fight, everyone was talking about, what is next for Kamaru? Like if Kamaru goes out there, gets the win, he would have, I believe, the most title defenses of all time, most wins of all time, as a welterweight champion. And everyone was like, what's next for Kamaru? Is Kamaru going to retire? Is the spark still there? He's 36 years old, obviously struggles with knee injuries and things like that. And I just don't see any of that. I see maybe that this lit a spark within Kamaru. And I think that you're going to get the old Usman who was out there to prove a point, the Usman who was out there to show that he's a dominant champion. And I think the line is pretty accurate as to, what we're going to see. I'm shocked that it's that big, but I don't see how it goes any differently than the last fight. People want to talk about altitude. I really don't think that played as big of a factor. If you go back and watch the fight, it wasn't because Leon was gassed. It was Kamaru was putting on the pressure. Kamaru was putting on the pace. That's what he does. Obviously, training at altitude is going to maybe help him. I've seen that he's back at Kill Cliff, getting some good sparring in, but I just can't see any other way that this goes. So I would say Kamaru by decision. I think you're going to see Ngannou and, we're not going to see a fourth fight between these guys because Belal Muhammad's going to get that fight in Abu Dhabi. That's my prediction. So Usman by decision and then Belal Muhammad, by KO in October.
Belal.
Did John come out with another one more sleep shirt for this event?
Oh, it's fire. It's not this, but the London one is sick, bro.
Really?
Yes.
I was about to say, you should have had the quote on there. That would have been cool. The one more cloth quote.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah, that would have been decent.
You're right. Unless Usman cleans it up. So who do you like, Bully, man? Like, this must be weird for you. I know who you want to win. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, just watching it, like you said, watching the press conference, watching these interviews, when I'm looking at Leon, he just doesn't, it seems like he's just faking. And it seems like he's like, I don't know if he's lying to himself or not, but when he says stuff like, the altitude plays a factor, he wasn't hurting me, he was just throwing at my arms, and there's nothing that was really coming up of it. Dang, that is a sick shirt.
Thanks, Cody.
Yeah, he was just be like, there's nothing coming up. None of those punches were hurting me, and I was just had my back against the cage and I landed the head kick, yada, yada, yada. But like, you were losing. You were getting dominated. He was breaking you. He was pushing your back against the fence, taking you down. Biggest key here, the X factor is how does Usman come out? How is his head right now? That fight was 6-7 months ago. You got knocked out clean. You just like, you still don't know how your brain's going to recover. You don't know. I don't know if he's been, how hard is sparring he really has been going. Because I really wouldn't even go hard sparring like that after a knockout like that for probably 6 months in general.
Interesting.
And if he's a smart trainer or his coaches are smarter, they're going to tell him like, hey, we don't need that. We know what we're going to do. We're just going to wrestle this guy. You don't need crazy hard sparring. We'll keep your brain safe. Because if you do end up getting rocked in practices or something like that, that's just like adding on to the concussions. And like I said, you want your whole body to recover. You just never know how your brain's going to recover. If I'm Leon for this fight, my game plan is to come out, rush at him right away because Kamaru may be tentative. He may be a little bit slow starter to get it going first because he was just knocked out. He was knocked out by the same guy that he's fighting back-to-back. And I think somebody posted the records of those guys when they get their immediate rematch. It's like 3-15 or something crazy like that when a champion gets his immediate rematch. And I think that those stats are there for a reason. Maybe because it is something mental. Maybe it is because you're lying to yourself, or maybe because those guys try to rush back in before they should have. With this fight, I don't know if Kamaru is rushing back in after a crazy knockout like that. I just think that when I'm hearing him talk, he's like I said, Cody said it. He seems like he has a chip on his shoulder. He seems motivated. He knows what he has to do to win this fight. Like he said, Leon forgot about those other 3 rounds. Leon forgot about those. I think Leon's trying to hype himself up a little bit more and try to be like a trash talker a little bit more when he's not that guy. Like, hey, be honest with yourself. Hey, I was losing that fight. I know what the mistakes I made. I'm going to make those adjustments this fight, and it's just going to be a better version of myself. Kamaru was beating the worst version of myself, and I still knocked him out. Like, that's like an excuse. And it's like, you could say, oh, it was altitude. You would say there was this, it was that. But, like, if that was your first title fight that you've been dying for and you knew the fight was going to be in altitude, like, I'm not going to cut any corners. I'm going to do whatever it takes. If I have to go train in altitude, I'm going to train in altitude. If I have to get a high altitude chamber or whatever in my gym, I'm going to get that in my gym, because you never know how many title shots you're going to get. So the fact that he said he's using those excuses now, tell me that, oh, it was this, it was that, and it just tells me that he doesn't have a championship mentality. And I just hope that Usman's mind's right and he doesn't have any ill effects of that knockout, and he just comes out here, and I think it could be a dominant win for Usman here.
Well, and just to add to that, the last time that Edwards fought at home, he was the co-main event against Gunny Nelson on a Till versus Masvidal card. So just to give you the kind of perspective of how long it's been since he's had to deal with that pressure of fighting at home, obviously being a champion is going to add more pressure. You're carrying the whole fight on your back. This is not an event where there's multiple championship fights. So I don't think that can be understated. You know, you're walking in there with the pressure of the whole country on your shoulders, regardless of whether you want to acknowledge it or not. And then also the second point I want to make is, you know, good on Trevor Whitman, huh? Trevor Whitman's going to go back-to-back here, co-main right into main event, I would assume in the corner of both Gaethje and Kamaru. And, you know, for a guy that gave up his, you know, commentary gig to focus on his fighters, you know, you just love to see it for one of the good guys in the game. And we'll see like what kind of tactics they kind of both bring to the and main event.
Dude is the man. Trevor Whitman, just so calm. I can't get enough, you know?
Well, and I'm on board with sorry, Jay, but I love I don't know if you've ever used the gloves that he designed, Belal. I don't know if that's the ONX gloves, Onyx gloves.
Yeah, I've used the boxing gloves. His boxing gloves are really good.
Yeah, they kind of have like a spider web, don't
yeah.
like the boots, like the spider boots. So I'm on the board with, I'm trying to get the CFFC to use like those gloves on a regional level, and hope that it gets them on Fight Pass and it gets kind of the recognition, because I would love to see the UFC like move to a glove like that, you know, support, maybe buy part of Trevor's company and like support that a little bit. And then it would obviously get rid of the eye pokes, which this fight isn't happening if those gloves are in play. So that's my last point.
I like it. Look at that. 1 hour and 3 minutes. A long one tonight. Remember the show. We appreciate you being with us on the game show. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about next Thursday with Remember the Name. We'll know who the welterweight champion is, and hopefully Belal will know some news about his next fight. We appreciate y'all being with us. For the great Cody Merrow and the welterweight contender Belal Muhammad, my name is Jason Anik. Appreciate our guests. We'll see you next week, and remember the show. Have a good night.
Peace.